Ladies and gentlemen, life doesn't always reward the smartest. It doesn't always reward the strongest. Life rewards the consistent, the disciplined, and the relentless. It's not always the giant leaps that change your life. Sometimes it's the smallest habits, the ones so simple that most people ignore them. But when you commit to them, day after day, they stack up. They build momentum. They give you an unfair advantage. So today, let me share with you 5 small habits that can change everything. First, wake up with intention. Don't roll out of bed like life just happened to you. Stand up like life is waiting on you. Those first 10 minutes of your morning can set the tone for the entire day. Second, move your body. Not for looks, not for ego, but for energy. Because when your body is strong, your mind becomes unstoppable. A simple walk, a stretch, a workout, it fuels your fire. Third, feed your mind before the world feeds it for you. Don't open your phone, open your mind. Read, journal, pray, visualize. Build mental armor before the noise of the world tries to break you down. Fourth, master the art of consistency. Do the little things, even when no one's watching. Even when you don't feel like it. Discipline will take you where motivation can't. And fifth, practice gratitude daily. Not once in a while, every day. Because when you train your eyes to see the good, you attract more of it. Gratitude doesn't make you soft, it makes you powerful. These are not dramatic, they're not flashy. But I promise, you stack them together. And you'll walk through life with a quiet strength most people will never understand. 5 small habits. Big, unfair advantage. The question is, will you start today? Success often comes from consistency, not talent or luck. Talent may open the first door, but consistency is what keeps you walking through it. Luck may give you a moment, but consistency is what turns that moment into a lifetime of progress. Every day you show up, every day you repeat the small disciplines, you're building a foundation that cannot be shaken. Consistency is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not something the world celebrates on a daily basis. But it is the quiet force that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Think about it. The athlete who trains every single day, even when the cameras aren't on, becomes the champion everyone admires. The student who studies a little each day, instead of cramming the night before, becomes the expert everyone looks up to. The leader who invests in people daily, not just in big moments, earns the respect that lasts. Consistency is the bridge between goals and achievement. It takes patience. It takes sacrifice. It takes doing things when you don't feel like doing them. That's why so many stop. But those who don't stop, those who keep showing up, are the ones who separate themselves from the rest. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about progress. It's about proving to yourself that you can keep going, no matter how small the steps may seem. And when you master consistency, success has no choice but to follow you. Small habits create long-term advantages. The little things you do each day may not seem powerful in the moment, but over time, they build a future that others will call unstoppable. A single glass of water each morning becomes energy and health. A few minutes of reading each night becomes wisdom and clarity. 10 push-ups a day becomes strength and confidence. It's never the grand gestures that shape a destiny. It's the quiet, repeated choices that compound in silence. Most people overlook the small things. They chase big leaps, dramatic changes, overnight success. But the truth is, lasting success is never overnight. It's built slowly, brick by brick, habit by habit. Small habits are seeds. They look tiny when you plant them, but given time and care, they grow into roots that hold you steady and branches that reach farther than you ever imagined. Think about brushing your teeth. It takes only minutes, but practice daily. It saves years of pain. The same is true in every area of life. Your health, your relationships, your career, your mindset. When you choose small, intentional actions, you are shaping a future advantage that others won't see until it's too late for them to catch up. Small habits don't shout. They whisper. But one day, those whispers echo so loudly that the world can't ignore your progress. That is the power of the little things done with consistency. Wake up with intentions, set the tone for the day. The way you rise in the morning determines how you carry yourself through every moment that follows. If you wake up dragging, scrolling, reacting, then you hand over your power before the day even begins. But if you wake up with purpose, with energy, with gratitude, you create momentum that nothing can easily stop. The first minutes of your morning are sacred. They are a reset button, a chance to command your focus before the world tries to steal it away. When you rise with intention, you are telling yourself, I am in control. I decide how this day will go. It doesn't have to be complicated. Take a deep breath, stretch your body, speak a word of gratitude, set one clear goal for the day. Simple actions, but they create a powerful state of mind. Morning intention is not about perfection. It's about alignment. It's about directing your energy instead of letting it scatter. Think about an arrow only hits its target when it's aimed. Your morning intention is the aim that directs your day towards success. People who drift through their mornings drift through their lives, but people who rise with purpose rise with strength. Each sunrise is an invitation to lead, to grow, to move closer to the life you want. So wake up with intention, because the way you start shapes the way you finish. Move your body. Energy fuels focus and drive. Your body was not designed to sit still, to shrink, to stay idle. It was designed for movement, for strength, for resilience. When you move, you awaken something deep within. Your blood flows stronger, your heart beats louder. Your mind sharpens. It doesn't have to be extreme. A walk outside, a stretch in the morning, a workout that challenges your limits. Every bit of movement creates energy that powers you through the day. Think about how you feel after exercise. Your body may be tired, but your spirit is alive. Your focus becomes sharper, your mood lighter, your confidence unshakable. Energy is the fuel for success, and movement is how you generate it. When you neglect your body, you drain your mind. When you strengthen your body, you empower your mind. The most successful people understand this truth. They don't move for vanity, they move for vitality. They move because a strong body carries a strong vision. Movement builds discipline. It teaches you to push when it gets hard, to finish what you start, to embrace discomfort and grow from it. When you move, you remind yourself that progress is possible, one rep at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. So move your body, because motion creates energy. And energy creates the unstoppable focus and drive that carry you to greatness. Feed your mind first. Read, reflect, or visualize before distractions. The world will always try to grab your attention the moment you wake. Messages, notifications, knows it, all rushes in, demanding your focus. But if you let the world feed your mind first, you start the day on someone else's terms. Instead, choose to take those first moments for yourself. Read something that sharpens your thinking. Reflect on where you are and where you want to go. Visualize the kind of day you want to create, the kind of person you want to become. Your mind is like soil. Whatever you plant in the morning grows throughout the day. If you plant negativity, doubt, and distraction, that's what multiplies. But if you plant clarity, vision, and strength, your day reflects it back to you. Feeding your mind first is an act of power. It is declaring, I lead my life. I don't follow the noise. Just 10 minutes of focused input in the morning can shift your entire mindset. A book, a journal, a moment of silence. It doesn't need to be long. It needs to be intentional. Greatness begins in the mind. Before you lift weights, lift your thoughts. Before you build success, build your inner world. When your mind is clear, your actions are decisive. When your mind is strong, your spirit cannot be broken. So feed your mind first, and watch the world bend to the power of your focus. Avoid phone dependency in the morning. Control your input. The first thing you consume after waking up sets the tone for your entire day. If your eyes open and your hand reaches for your phone, you are handing your focus, your energy, and your peace to the outside world. The messages, the emails, the headlines, the endless scroll, none of it is designed to build your strength. It is designed to capture your attention, to distract, to overwhelm. When you start your morning with the noise of the world, you begin your day in reaction mode. You let other people's priorities drown out your own. You let chaos replace clarity before you've even had the chance to breathe. But when you resist the urge, when you choose to take even a small pocket of time for yourself before touching that screen, you reclaim your power. Instead of waking up to comparison, wake up to gratitude. Instead of headlines, feed yourself with reflection. Instead of scrolling through distractions, visualize the life you want to create. The phone is not the enemy. It's a tool. But every tool requires discipline. When you control your input, you control your mindset. When you control your mindset, you control your future. So don't let your morning belong to the world. Let it belong to you. Start with focus, not frenzy. With purpose, not distraction. Because the way you begin determines how you will finish. Consistency matters more than motivation. Discipline wins. Motivation feels good. It's exciting. It's that spark that gets you started. But the truth is motivation fades. It rises and falls like the weather, and if you rely on it, your progress will stop the moment your feelings change. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't ask if you feel like it. Doesn't wait for the perfect mood. It simply says, do it anyway. The person who trains only when they feel motivated will always lose to the person who trains no matter what. The student who studies only when inspired will always be outpaced by the one who shows up daily. The leader who takes action only in moments of excitement will never build the consistency needed to succeed. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your results. It's the quiet repetition of the small actions that most people abandon. Consistency compounds. One day of discipline may feel small, but 100 days of discipline creates transformation. And 1,000 days of discipline creates mastery. When you are disciplined, you don't need to chase motivation, it comes to you. Because progress fuels passion, and progress is born out of consistency. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. As motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. And when the two meet, success has no choice but to follow. That's why discipline always wins. Small daily actions build momentum toward big goals. Greatness is never built in a single day. It is not one giant leap that takes you to success, but the steady footsteps that carry you forward, one after another. Each choice, each habit, each effort compounds over time. The small things you do every day may feel invisible in the moment, but they are quietly shaping your future. One page read leads to knowledge. One workout leads to strength. One act of kindness leads to influence. And repeated daily, these simple actions transform into unstoppable momentum. Momentum is powerful because it multiplies your effort. Once you begin, the process becomes easier. The weight feels lighter. The path feels clearer. Your mind becomes sharper. Your confidence grows stronger. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It begins small, almost unnoticed. But with every turn, it gathers more weight, more speed, more force. That is what daily action does. It makes your progress unstoppable. Too often, people wait for the perfect day, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity. But success doesn't wait. It rewards the one who begins now, even with small steps. One action may seem small today, but repeated daily, it becomes the foundation of your biggest victories. So never underestimate the power of the little things, because it is the small daily actions that build the unstoppable momentum toward your greatest goals. Gratitude builds strength, not weakness. Some people mistake gratitude for softness, as if being thankful makes you less ambitious, less hungry, less powerful. But the truth is the opposite. Gratitude is fuel. Gratitude is strength. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is possible. Remind yourself of what you already have, and that gives you power to keep moving forward. Gratitude sharpens your vision. It helps you see opportunities where others see obstacles. It keeps you steady when life tries to shake you. A grateful heart is not blind to challenges. It's simply stronger than them. Because when you recognize the good, you build resilience against the bad. Think about the strongest people you know. They are not bitter. They're not consumed with envy. They carry gratitude. And that gratitude gives them peace, clarity, and courage. Gratitude does not make you settle, it makes you unstoppable. Because it allows you to keep going without being crushed by negativity. It allows you to fight harder because you're not weighed down by what you lack. It turns frustration into focus. It turns comparison into celebration. It turns struggle into strength. Gratitude is not weakness. It is a shield. It protects your spirit. It protects your drive. It protects your vision. When you carry it daily, Gratitude becomes one of the greatest forces of power in your life. True advantage comes from habits most people overlook. The world often celebrates the obvious: talent, luck, bold moves, and flashy success. But the real winners, the people who rise above, are doing things quietly, consistently, behind the scenes. It's the small habits, the ones so simple that most dismiss them as insignificant, that create a foundation others can see. The person who reads a little every day gains knowledge while others scroll mindlessly. The one who plans their day before checking their phone moves with clarity while others react to chaos. The person who takes care of their health consistently builds energy while others burn out. Most people focus on shortcuts, on grand gestures, on instant results. They ignore the small disciplines that actually compound over time. Those who master the overlooked habits gain leverage that is invisible to everyone else, but undeniable in results. True advantage is quiet. It doesn't need applause, doesn't need recognition. Quietly sets you apart, giving you a momentum that is almost unstoppable. Success favors the patient, the persistent, and the disciplined. It favors those who invest in themselves when no one is watching. Those overlooked habits, waking early, reflecting, exercising, reading, expressing gratitude, seem small day to day, but they shape your character and your future. While others chase temporary highs, you build permanent strength. True advantage is never flashy. It is earned in the unnoticed moments through the habits most people neglect. And those who embrace them rise further, faster, and stronger than anyone imagined. And so, the path to an unfair advantage in life isn't paved with luck or talent. It's built brick by brick, habit by habit. It's in the mornings you rise with intention, the minutes you move your body, the time you feed your mind, and the moments you choose discipline over fleeting motivation. It's in the gratitude you carry, the consistency you honor, and the small actions you repeat when no one is watching. Success is not a single moment. It is the result of daily choices, the quiet victories, and the habits most people overlook. If you start today, even with the smallest step, you begin to build a momentum that cannot be stopped. Your advantage is waiting for you, hidden in the routines you commit to, the energy you cultivate, and the focus you protect. Be relentless in your pursuit of growth. The life you dream of is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice, action, and habit. Embrace these small habits and watch as your life transforms, one intentional day at a time. Because those who master the little things master everything.